happening. The deadline buzzer is like 15 minutes from now. So by the time this thing is over with, I'm sure more things will be trickling in after the buzzer. So let's not even go there. But yeah, man, there'll probably be trades coming probably within 45 minutes after the buzzer sounds, stuff that's going to get finalized and things like that at the last minute. But we do have to talk about in regards to what has been added to trades. First of all, Vasily Micic from the Thunder is going to be going to the Hornets in the Gordon Hayward trade, so that's a throw in. And there's more to that Suns trade that had them receiving Royce O'Neal. Of course, David Roddy ended up going with him to Phoenix, but Keita Bates-Diop, Jordan Goodwin, and Chezi Metu are headed to the Nets. So the Brooklyn's getting those three guys, and Utah Watanabe's headed back to Memphis. Now, I never knew he played for Memphis, but apparently it's a big deal that he's headed back to Memphis. So, news to me. I never got a whiff of him there. The first time I saw Utah Watanabe was in Toronto, getting dunked on, to be honest with you. But he's been a fantastic young player since then. Definitely somebody who's developed his three-point shot, especially in Brooklyn. He played some great ball for them. Was in the Suns' rotation a little early, but he kind of shook out of that rotation inexplicably to Miata kept him in there. But yeah, he's going to be going to Memphis to kind of add to what it is that looks like a quasi rebuilding situation in Memphis. Of course, they still have their main pieces, but a lot of their surrounding stuff, some of their bigger contracts, have been sent out. So, not quite sure what to make of Memphis, to be honest with you. Marcus Smart is going to be on the team through the trade deadline. It appears. I think they're serious about keeping him even through the injury. Of course, nothing's going to happen with the main guys there. So, yeah, man, that's what I know. That's what there is to say. I think I told you guys Gafford ended up going to Dallas. I think I did talk about that. So yeah, man, that is the news thus far. Keita Bates-Diop, Jordan Goodwin, and Chezi Metu are, from what I understand, all on expiring contracts for the Nets. So the Nets are continuing to acquire expiring contracts. Um, well, no, that's not true. They have begun to. They sent out an expiring contract to Toronto and brought back a 2-year deal that also had an expiring contract attached to it. So I guess you can say they are getting expiring contracts. But point is, they got a lot of stuff coming off the books, so they should be players in free agency come this summer if everything shakes out the way it looks like it will. The Nets aren't really serious about none of these players, in my opinion. Jordan Goodwin, Chezi Metu is a nice center. Keita Bates-Diop is yet another one of those forwards that they like to use, and that can play defense and stuff like that. So, I mean, I like it for them if they got more moves to make. If not, then these are just players that are coming off. They're going to be on the bench, probably not getting a whole lot of minutes. But Utah Watanabe to the Memphis Grizzlies. The Hawks ain't serious. I see you, Sebastian. No, they're not. Not as far as what they're doing with the Lakers, and we can pivot there. The Hawks talking about, and I'm glad you said that because it took me to where I wanted to go next. The Hawks talking about to New Orleans Pelicans that they want Herb Jones in exchange for DeJounte Murray. From what I understand, they didn't get off the ground. Once they said that, it was the same thing as saying to us, yo, give us um, Austin Reeves. We're not doing that, fam. At the end of the day, as I said in a couple of videos ago, a few days ago, in regards to the Hawks, they like to bluff, man. We know that with the Collins contract, as been talked about all over the internet. When they had John Collins, they didn't want to trade him for 2 and 3 years. So it looks like they're doing the same thing with DeJounte Murray, and that is, I mean, if you don't mind being a Hawk, if you're DeJounte Murray, you cool with that. But if I'm a basketball player who would like to not have my name in trade rumors all the time for a franchise that ain't really expected to win a championship, it can kind of deter you from wanting to actually be a Hawk because it's like, damn, I signed a 4-year deal, get traded to the Hawks. Now I'm stuck in trade rumors every year, thinking I'm going to the big team, never actually leaving because they want to price me up too high and tell teams that they want, to get crap that is just not going to be doable, in exchange for me. So you just kind of stuck there. If you're a guy like DeJounte Murray, he wants somebody to come get him out of Atlanta, and Atlanta's not serious about moving on from him. So I don't think anything's going to happen within the next 15 minutes. He's probably going to have to stay there for another year, and that's, if he doesn't mind doing it, could be a good thing. But to me, it seems a little unfortunate with how well he's been playing, with the rumors of him going to the Lakers, with the chance to go play with Bi and Zion. I just think he would love to be outside of the Hawks situation for which he's not even able to play in his regular position as a point guard because he's slapped right next to Trae Young. So I don't know, man. They're not serious, bro. He's right. Sebastian's absolutely right. The Hawks ain't serious. I don't know that DeJounte's gonna be moved in the next 15 minutes, but for his sake, I hope he does, man. And what does this mean for Kobe Buffkin? Y'all know how I feel about Kobe, a good player, killing in the G League. He's supposed to be a leading guard. When is he gonna get his opportunity? Why won't they just move him? If they're not gonna move one of those two guards who are not gonna be moving out of the way unless traded. So I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of what the Hawks are doing. Love what Jalen Johnson looks like, but I mean, they're not making moves. They got Okongwu still playing behind, uh, what's his name, Capella, whom they can't move because he's on a ridiculous contract, too expensive. So it's like guys are in positions to just not reach their highest potential, and they're in an offense with Trae Young taking like 30 shots a game. So, Sebastian's right. They're not serious. Who is serious though is the Dallas Mavericks. I'm definitely feeling what the Dallas Mavericks is doing, man. They're putting together a front court and brought some pieces to Kyrie and Luka that I think can help them defensively, help them in the front court, rebounding the basketball. You bring a guy like PJ Washington, that's a whole nother scorer there. You lose a guy who's not putting any scoring on the board in Grant Williams. You bring in Daniel Gafford, who's having a very good season this year. I like what Dallas is doing, man. They're making some moves that can be considered pretty good. So, I think right now, if you consider anybody who's winning the trade deadline, besides my personal favorite, Detroit Pistons, who are making the small marginal moves, y'all know how I feel about them and the moves they're making. You can also say the Knicks did a good thing bringing in the shooting that they did with Bojan. But I really like what the Dallas Mavericks have done thus far. And so, yeah, man, just wanted to come on here, let you guys know what the latest is. I don't think I wrote anything else down that was to be added to this conversation. Of course, with the trade deadline coming to a close within the next 5 or 10 minutes, I got to go and check out what the news will be. But of course, when I get it, I'll get it back to you. But for now, I think that's all I have written down. So appreciate everybody for watching BDF 44, and I'll be right back. I'm out.